Welcome to the Bar Sports Podcast. Smash that like button, smash that sub button, and ring that bell. Let's get it.
Get right into it. Austin Reaves said he wants $50 million over 4 years. Do you think that's a thing that the Lakers should do, or do you think they should make him a $12 million a year player?
Well, honestly, when I looked into it, I really couldn't find anything that showed me him saying that.
Yeah.
So I think that's just an assumption that, the league is making because of, I guess what he brings to the table for the Lakers. And, that's probably, the most they can pay him over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So, $50 million, they're basically, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of like they trying to, make his market value go up so he can question if he wants to go back to the Lakers or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's Austin Reaves is worth $50 million after dropping 36. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
So now the Lakers got to pay him either $50 million or everybody else in the league gonna start trying to pay him $50 million. It's like some sabotage shit. In my opinion, it looked like some sabotage shit. But me personally, if I was in charge of the Lakers, would I pay him that? Yeah, I feel like he's worth $12.5 million a year. I wouldn't see why. Who can you get as a role player? And he's way better than a role player, but who can you get that's just happy with a role player role that's better than him?
Yeah.
I don't think you really can get too many people in the league that's better than him.
Yeah, it really just says something about Austin Reaves, the player. He has been a good player for the Lakers. The Lakers do get those Swiss Army knife white guys. Him and Alex Caruso. Mm-hmm. But I feel like he's better than Alex offensively.
Yeah.
He really worked on his game because I didn't think he could be able. He wasn't able to shoot as well in college like that. But $12 million a year, he's right around.
In college.
Josh Hart, Kyle Kuzma averaging 13 a year. Kelly Oubre, Robert Covington. Those type players
making $13 million a year for the Wizards. Well, I guess he's supposed to be getting paid this offseason, huh? That's probably why he's playing so hard right now.
You say Kelly Oubre?
No, Kyle Kuzma.
Oh, Kyle Kuzma. Is he supposed to be getting paid? Well, what deal did he sign? He might have signed a deal.
That's probably why he's playing so hard with the Wizards and saying he wanted to stay there and stuff. Because it makes sense. But yeah, $50 million don't seem like too steep of a price unless you're trying to.
He'll be up for a new contract next year.
It really just plays into the fact what's the new role that's gonna come with that $50 million? You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna pay somebody $12.5 million a year, his role has to increase, solidified, and it has to be something that really benefits to the team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
do you feel like he's beneficiary to the Lakers, or do you feel like they got another guy? Like, if he were to go down, knock on wood, beneficial. If knock on wood, if he were to get injured, would the Lakers, even with Bron coming back, we'll get in that later. Would the team still function the same? Would it still be the same team, or would it be a drop off?
For sure, yeah. If Austin Reaves was getting the ball over D'Lo, they would be in a way better setting. I feel like he just played. He played different from D'Lo. He don't settle for the bad shots. I feel like he played to get to the cup and get and ones and make the risky plays and stuff like that. And he make good passes. He don't do too much crazy stuff. He played point guard while he was in college. So
I feel like that comes from just especially intelligence, but just he not a made man yet, so he can't be doing crazy shit. He got to play within the means. Yeah. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. He's still capable though. He's hella capable. Shit, he ran his own. I don't know. When I watched him at Oklahoma, it just seemed like he was gonna go to the league and be able to run the show the way he ran it over there. Cause he real fundamental in a way. He got a little flash to his game, but that fundamental style is always gonna be there. So he can get the easy shit too. And I feel like when you got that bag where you can get the tough buckets and the easy buckets, that's what make you a better.
No cap when you're able to score at different levels and stuff like that.
Speaking on LeBron coming back, news just came out that good news just came out for the Lakers fans, man, that LeBron will be returning before the end of the season. And before the playoffs or whatever. So how do you think that's going to affect, the future for the Lakers? Because if they keep losing games, how we've recently been seeing them losing games, losing 3 out of their last 5 games.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. I feel like Bron should be that number one. I feel like Anthony Davis.
Well, of course,
Anthony Davis, he has number one talent, but not a number one mindset. And I feel like that's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You need a number one mindset going. You like we don't know what we're gonna get from AD from game to game basis, but when we get a really good AD, he's a top 5 player. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like we expect that every time, and when he don't come through, it's kind of like AD, what you. Like, come on now, come on.
It should be kind of easy.
Yeah, like, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, but he still makes an impact defensively. But I would say, offensively, need more. You know, and he put the game on himself versus the Mavericks. You know, and last game, what did he have? What is the stat line last game? I know. What they just played the Magic. What did they played?
The Lakers just played the Magic last.
But before then, they played that game Dallas, wasn't it?
Dallas, yeah. They sold that game.
Yeah, okay, baby.
AD personally sold that game.
AD personally sold that game. You want to let him know how he sold it?
Well, one, I feel like he didn't really take enough shots, in my opinion. Like I feel like he should be getting the ball. I feel like it's more Darvin Ham's fault when it comes to like the offensive setup. I feel like he don't get into enough spots that he can call his own spots. You get what I'm saying? I've been seeing a lot of like mid-range wing setups. Like I've never seen that be AD's spot. Frank Vogel did a great job of getting AD to the short corner. You get what I'm saying? And the free throw line to hit these easy shots that, you feel me? Those are practice shots for AD. But the way he sold that game was, I really can't remember where it started, but I do remember him being lazy on. No, it started with the foul on who hit the game winner. It wasn't. It was the Mavericks, so it had to be Maxi Kleber. So he fouled Maxi Kleber, and he gave him 3 free throws. When it's like, okay, AD, he's a right hand shooter, bro. You're a great defender. Why are you jumping to the left side of him? Just jump to his shooter's hand, and you won't have to land into his landing zone. And it's not a 3-point foul. It's just great defense. Cool. So then you choose the next time. Okay, no, matter of fact, then you come down. You finally get the ball. You get fouled. And you miss the free throws, and it's like, I know you've been struggling from free throw this year, but clutch free throws has been
we need him.
His Achilles heel. It's been the Lakers' Achilles heel.
And you know it's in the clutch because he outside of the clutch, he's a fantastic free throw shooter. So it has to be some within the ears that's happening at the line that is getting off because he shoots with a nice touch, man. But with that nice touch, if you feeling or any tight pressure, anything, any wrong flick of the wrist and that shit off, it's gonna be off.
So. I mean, and then after you miss a free throw, it's a 2-point game at that point where you could have just made it a 3-point game. Me being at home as a fan of the game, this is the first thing I said. This is a team that does not have a real life slasher on the court right now. They are going to shoot a 3 for the win. I called it out. I swear on my life. I knew this. You have nothing but shooters in.
Yeah.
They're going to shoot the 3. If Kyrie can't get what he wants, they're going to shoot a 3. Kyrie's already double teamed.
Yeah, he's
the shot
already
clock is running
super
out.
double teamed.
3 or 4 seconds left. And AD is creeping as if somehow Kyrie is going to slither to the left where he is and get a mid-range off in 2 or 3 seconds.
Just kind of watching.
It's not going to – it's just ball watching, expecting Kyrie to do something fantastic, and he will have to help. When it's like, no, you have to guard a great shooter. That you just fouled and hit free throws. What does Maxi Kleber shoot from 3? Because if LeBron, I know LeBron, and from what I know from LeBron, he knows a lot about the statistics of basketball, and you know, like watching film and shit like that. So I know in his head, he's thinking, why leave Maxi Kleber open for game?
Yeah, I know Brown was devastated.
Smart. That's like leaving helping over on Clay and Steph right there, or helping over on Steph and Clay is wide open. Like, it's not smart. It's not smart. I'm not saying he's Klay Thompson, but he does shoot 36% from 3, and that is above average. So you don't think he can hit a wide open shot right after you just gave him 3 warm-up free throws the last possession? You sold, AD. That's the best way I can put it.
Yeah.
He sold.
And then he comes back next game, Magic versus Lakers, and Austin Reaves had to score 35 off the bench for them to get that win.
Was it 35 or 36?
35. It was 35.
Yeah.
And he only hit 1 3. Anthony Davis, you come out there with 15 points, 11 rebounds. Like, it shouldn't even have been a game.
It was one of them games, though. Like, Austin Reaves hit 17. Well, he shot like 18 free throws.
Yeah, like 16 for 18.
16 for 18. So
4 from 3.
That's what I'm saying. It was just one of those games. But at the same time, I still don't have an excuse. You know what I'm saying? For
4 blocks.
Honestly,
4 blocks. Yeah, 5 turnovers.
That's like kind of when he's like ball handling is kind of like he'll get that. He'll get 5 turnovers. It's not surprising to me. But I mean, Orlando, a big team. I don't know if that's the effect, that's what affected his game. But I feel like he was getting the shots he needed. He was getting the ball like he needed. He just didn't hit the shots that night. And that may have been like, that may have been like something that lingered on for him not getting the shots every other night. Yeah. If that makes sense. Yeah.
So just to close it off real quick. So what do you think the Lakers are going after when Bron comes back?
I think that the Lakers will look good when Bron gets back, but until then, they're a question mark. They have a good team, but this resting on doubleheaders and just the way that Darvin Ham kind of coaches the team, it just seems like he seems like he's a new coach, like a relatively new head coach, and he does like little mistakes. Yeah. You take out your best defender when you need defense because you're trying to score, and it's like you're not losing because you can't score. You're losing because you can't stop them. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, I just see him probably making a play in the furthest they're going this year. I saw better, but I thought they were going to do better.
Yeah, no cap though. They would have been the 6th seed. They would have beat the Mavericks. So
the Mavericks lost and the Houston loss. It was really too much for me. Yeah. I could take the Minnesota loss. I can take the New York Knicks loss because I knew they was going to lose to the Knicks. But it's like, fuck. Come on, AD.
Yeah, man. The bar.